Hi there. Here I am. This is where I've been all day. Hey, such crazy. Well, not all day. I shouldn't say all day because that's not true. I had a doctor's appointment and I got up early and I got breakfast. And this is the hard thing about MS. It's crazy. Like, I got up early, like 7:30. That's really early for me. And I know that I just sound slovenly saying that's early, but that's really early for me. I was trying to do those walks early. That kind of fell apart. But anyway, I was doing that. I got up and I got the breakfast. And I'm like trying off to the shower to get, I have to be at my appointment at 10 and I have to leave at 9:30. So it was about 8:30. And Mom comes poking out. Oh, I don't think anything of it. But soon she's like monopolizing all my time. And now I don't have enough time for a shower. And I'm kind of ticked that I didn't guard what I needed to do better. But I'm not saying that I'm upset with Mom at all. What I'm saying is I'm really upset with this situation, and it's really hard to explain that simple stuff like that, like having to have a schedule, is really hard. Like, who would think that's hard? And I look at it and I go, what are you, a loser? You can't, I don't mean loser, but you know what I mean? What are you, crazy? You can't do that? Like, like, get a clue, figure it out, And I suppose I would maybe if I was having to do it every day, but I'm not. But I knew that it would be kind of challenging, so I got up way early. I mean, I got up at 7:30, and I had to leave the house at like 9:30. So I got up with 2 hours to do this instead of. And anyway, so Mom's standing there, and she says, I said, "Is there something I can do for you?" She says, "Well, I could get dressed now." And I said, "Mommy, I can't do that now." I explained to her. I had spoken to her the night before about it. But I think, here's the thing, I gotta make some more distinctions. Even though this is upsetting, gotta make some more distinctions, so I'm making those distinctions, and that is, I've gotta write it out. I just have to write it out, even though we talked about it the night before, and she knew then, but she doesn't have good memory from day to day, so she's just she's always freewheeling it, And she doesn't remember I have an appointment at 10. She doesn't remember, all of this stuff. So it's already 5 after 9. I've got to leave at 9:30. And I've actually, by the time I get done with the conversation, I figure out I'm screwed. I can't get the shower. So I have to go to my appointment looking like this, which it doesn't look that bad on film, but it's really not that great a look. Anyway, and it was pouring down rain. Oh, anyway, those are minor things. Those are, little things. It was really cold because of the rain, but other than that, that wasn't a big deal. And then I was all over the place because and this sounds like, Tony Robbins talks about, and I totally agree with this, talks about the stories we tell ourselves. But I tell you what, my mind is hijacked a little bit in the morning. And I have to wake up and come to consciousness in a certain way because of my MS. And that's just the way it is, And if I don't, it really messes with my day. And I don't know, I don't know how to. I am in over my head as far as, reimagining that or, deciding what else that could mean or that kind of stuff. And it's just really frustrating. So anyway, that's my day. I will talk to you tomorrow. And then after going to the doctor and after the upset emotionally in the morning, and the doctor maybe run laps, which is what they do. It sounds like they're being punitive, and they weren't. This is what this appointment's about. They're checking my health and that kind of stuff. And
So anyway, but I'm doing better. I think he's got a medicine for me to try. I'm not completely sure about it. We'll see. But anyway, so, and this is the other thing, that's a little difficult to figure. What I did was, I went a little too fast. I have to go around the office, like they figured out, you've got to, I think they take you a quarter mile or something. I don't know, but they've got it figured out. And you go around this office 7 times. And it's kind of like going around like a half a track, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, but it feels like, anyway, it's you go around and around and around and around like 7 times. And I get to talking and I get to walking fast, which is good, but what happens is I got home, or no, even after I stopped, my legs were all tingly, which is, my MS, and so my legs were all tingly. That's my MS. And so I realized at that point that I had done too much. And that's the thing about my MS it's really hard to gauge the amount of physical activity I can do any given day, because it seems so arbitrary. Like I can do something and it's no big deal. And it's not like when I was walking, I felt any resistance from my body in any way. I didn't feel my legs were weird. I didn't feel like anything. But when it was over and my legs started tingling, I'm like, uh-oh. And I came home, and this has happened almost every visit to the bloody doctor, because I always wind up talking and walking, and then I walk too fast. And I mentioned this to one of the nurses, and she says to me, like, duh. Well, you can just walk slower. Just, it's okay to walk slower. And I said, but it's not a conscious thing. I'm not going faster than my body is letting me. I'm just going the speed my body feels good going, And then later, it's really clear that I've done too much. I mean, later I had to come home. I came home and I got Mom dressed finally and all that stuff and lurked around and whatever. And then I was asleep from, my appointment was done at 12. So we came home. I got some Arby's on the way home. We had Arby's for lunch. And then I came in. I went, helped Mama get changed. And then I was in bed. And I just woke up, and it's 7 o'clock now. My friend made dinner, which is great, but I was in bed from, if you want to be conservative, because I helped Mom after lunch, I was in bed from like 2 to 7. That's a conservative estimate on how much I slept. And that's ridiculous for a walk. So, it's really easy to say, don't push yourself. But then again, on the other hand, if you don't push yourself, you're not going to get better. So it's really hard to estimate what that is. So anyway, and it was just a frustrating day. I had a lot of trouble at the office. I was all over the place, confusion city, and I felt like I was getting pulled in 10 directions at once. And I was very confused, and I was upset, and there were some things that happened that weren't great, but it's nobody's fault because I didn't speak up, because I was in a place where I couldn't speak up, unfortunately. Whee! Anyway, okay, so that was my day. It was a poopy day, and of course I didn't get to the cold frames because I was asleep all afternoon, and it's way too cold after dark now here. But anyway, I look forward to that tomorrow. But I will talk to you later. Okay, you guys take care of yourself and take care of each other.